Hey there, have you been on the hunt for the perfect aquarium stand? Well, if you have, then you're in the right place. Luckily, I got this aquarium stand sent to me to make a video about. This cabinet can hold a lot of weight. It can hold a 40 to 50 gallon aquarium, and I weigh about 245 pounds right here, and it's not even wobbling. I mean, this is a really secure cabinet. You can put an aquarium up here on the top where I'm sitting, and you can also put an aquarium down on the bottom too. So yeah, this thing's pretty nice. All right, let me go ahead and show you how it all looks here and what makes it so strong. It's this metal frame that goes around the cabinet. There's two metal frames that go around each side there, and then it's also got a metal frame there that holds it up to hold it all together here. So it's got the metal frame inside the cabinet here too. So you can see that metal frame goes all the way inside there, and then it's got a extra brace there in the middle, and then same thing down here. It's got the metal frame down there, and then on the other side there too. It also has really nice glass doors right here, so you can store all kinds of stuff inside of here. And then it comes with a sheet right here, a plastic sheet right here to protect it, so you can put your aquarium on the top there. And there's also a big shelf on the bottom here where you can put an aquarium. And then it comes with a power strip right here, so you can go ahead and plug things into the side there, so that's really nice. That's just kind of built into the cabinet there. There's the power strip on the inside there. Really deep cabinet, so there's a lot of room to store things in here. This thing comes in a couple different colors. This is the black version right here. They also have a white version. And this has got the really nice rustic wood on the top, the dark wood on the top, and the dark wood on the bottom, and the dark wood cabinet there, and then it's got the black metal frame around it. So yeah, this cabinet's pretty nice, and it can hold a lot of weight too. It wasn't that hard to put together. Let me go ahead and show you how I put it together really quick. I got everything laid out here on the floor. I got the panels up over there on the wall. I'm just going to go through the directions here and start putting it together. I put all the little bags of hardware in here. Each one's labeled. It's got a letter on there. For step one, we're putting the feet on the stand. So we're taking R. We got our little R pieces here. And then we're taking S. We got our little feet here. Then you push R in here to the base, and then you screw your feet in there. So that's how it should look when you're done. You should have that screwed in there like that. In step two, we use the Allen key from pack H, and then we use 4 of the screws from pack A. And then I screwed the screws in here to attach the frame 5 here to the base number 10 right here. There was an arrow here that points to the front, so I guess we know this is the front here. The only thing different I did is I used this Allen key because it's got a nice handle on it. So I had my own Allen keys. It's a 532. And then I just put it here on the edge so that I can screw those Allen keys in. And then I just have a towel up here on my table to balance everything. For step number 3 here, I got the top, piece number 1. And then I got some hardware here. I got P, which is this magnetic closer there. And then I got I, which is these 2 little screws. And that's how it should look there when you get it screwed in. There's just 2 little holes there, and you just screw the screws in, and you got the magnet there for the doors. Now for step 4, I got those 2 screws that I took out earlier. So I got those right here, the 2 A screws. And then I got my Allen key here. And now I got piece number 2, and I got piece number 1. And then I'm going to go ahead and attach that to the pieces I put together in steps 1 and 2 right here. This piece will be the top of the cabinet, and then this piece will be the side right here. So this is how it should look here, with those 2 screws screwed in there, going through the frame, through this piece here, and into the frame here for the top. So that's how it should look with the top there attached to the side piece and attached to the frame there. For step 5, I got out 2 more of the A screws and my Allen keys here. And then I got a side piece number 4, and then I got the side piece number 6 there, and I'm going to go ahead and screw those together just like I did on the other side there. Now that I got it up here, I realized I needed 4 of those screws, 2 for the bottom and then 2 for the top there. So I got out 4 of the A screws. I got these screws in here, that's how it should look, and then I got the side panel on here, and then I got 2 more screws down here. And now I got out the B pieces here, the B screws, and I got out a Phillips head screwdriver to screw the pieces in here. There's 4 of those, 2 on each side, and then that screws the top piece here to the frame right here. And now's a good time to double check. Make sure both these arrows point forward, one on each side, so you know this is the front right here. All right, I got the screws in there. That's how it should look on both sides there. And then next here, we're gonna get out pieces 8 and 9. These will be the frame pieces here. We're gonna go ahead and screw those frame pieces in here to the front and to the back of this piece here. This will be step 7 and 8. We got out more of the A screws, and then we got out our Allen keys here. And then we got the pieces 8 and 9. I got piece 9 screwed in here with these holes facing up here so that they can screw into the shelf that'll go on the top here. And now I got piece 8 set up, and it's got the holes on all the sides there, so it doesn't really matter which way you put this one. Just gonna go ahead and screw the 8 in the back here. This is the front, and the number 9 went in the front there. So that's how it'll look here with those screws in here and those screws in there. These holes facing up to screw into the top cabinet here. And then you got those 4 little screws all around there on the back one. And then same thing on this other side here. You got the 2 screws in here. For step 9, you're gonna take piece number 7 and push it into the cabinet here. You want these big holes on the top there, and then these little holes on the bottom there, and they'll line up with this to put the screws in. You're gonna use C. You'll use these little screws right here to screw this in. You'll just have to wedge this into place here. And then just make sure you do it the right way though. So you got these on top for your hinges for the door. And then you got these on the bottom for the support screws. All right, now for step 11, we got out this big piece. This is the back. This is piece number 3. And then it's got a hole in it. That would go on the side where the power strip is. So we're going to put the power strip in. We got the 2 little screws here. This is the 2 G screws. We got the security straps that go on the back. That's Y. And then we got our little screws D to attach this to the back of the cabinet. One mistake I made when I went to put the back on, this wasn't even here. This piece was sticking up a little too much. And so I couldn't get the back on. So I ended up flattening it out right here. So to do that, I just loosened these screws right here. This one here and this one here, so that I could position this and move this down into place there. So I got it all flush there. I just used a rubber mallet and a little wood block there just to lightly tap it down to get it into place there so I could put the back on. Now it fits nice and flush along the back there, so if you have a problem with that, you might need to get out a rubber mallet and a block like I did. It was just a piece of MDF that I had in the garage, just a small block, and then I just used a rubber mallet to hammer it all together there, so I got it nice and flat. So yeah, that looks nice. Here's how the straps go. You use the little washer there, and then you attach these straps there, and then you can attach this to the wall to keep the cabinet from falling over there. You don't want the cabinet to fall down. You don't want to drop off your aquarium there. So this is your little straps there to secure it. And then I also got the screws in there for the side panel right there for the outlet. So that's really nice that it's got an electrical outlet right there on the side where you can get to it. And then there's a hole on the back here where you can run the cord out to plug it into the wall. All right, there's the cabinet. It's pretty much put together now. We got everything attached there. I really like the power strip right there. That's pretty nice. And then it's got the panel on the back. It's got the security straps there. So now we just got to do the doors there. It's got a couple of doors that it comes with for the top cabinet right there. So this is step 12. We got our doors. Number 11 is the doors. And then we got our J, the little bracket here. We got our K, 2 little screws there. M, our little, I don't know if that's a little sticky pad. Then our little push button there is N. Our little button is F. And then we got our little screw E right there. One mistake I made on here is that J goes on the left side here. So with the button over there, with the knob over there, J would be here. And then on the other side that has the button over here, this piece would be Q. So you can see the nib goes to the center here and the nib goes to the center there. And then these pieces are going to go, the other piece to J would go down here on the bottom. Or it would go over here, like that. So this is how it should look here with the pins on the inside, like that. and then those will be able to go, or I guess that's the outside, because the little knobs there will be on the inside. But both of these should face towards the outside there, and then that will be for the frame. And then we'll use O to put on the hinges there. They'll go inside the frame like that. And then once you get this in here, you can screw those in tight, and same thing over here. So then you can shut your doors here. And if they're a little bit snug there, you can make some adjustments. I'll just go ahead and move mine over a little bit. If you have to adjust yours, you can just loosen these screws up here a little bit and then push your glass over this direction a little bit, and then it should line up. And then with a little bit of adjustment here, then you can get your doors to line up there just right. So we got a nice snug fit there. And then if you have any issues, like I said, just loosen these screws up a little bit and then adjust this, and same thing here, loosen the screws up a little bit and then just push your glass in the right direction there to get it to line up. So there it is. It also comes with this mat here that you can put on top of the cabinet, so that way you can protect the cabinet from the fish tank there. So you can just set your fish tank right on here like that. All right, so there you go. That's how I put this thing together. So yeah, if you're looking for a new aquarium stand, this one's pretty nice.